This is Gary Atencio with CNTV. That is Elements of Image, basically helping you develop your personal style out there. Miss Dana, let me ask you, since 2004, you've been providing some image wardrobe consulting for ladies out there in the world, not only business world, but personal as well. I've got to ask you, what got you involved in this line of work?
I have always loved clothing, and I went to Colorado State University and have a degree in textiles and clothing. And I worked in retail management for several years after I got out of school. The thing that I always really loved was working one-on-one with clients, which you don't get a lot of in retail management, but that was what I really loved. And so a few years later, when I heard about image consulting, I knew it was what I was born to do. I've never looked back. I love it.
Wonderful. Speaking of loving it, but you took it a level further. You decided to get some education. Tell me a little bit about your education.
So yes, I told you I have the Bachelor of Science in Textiles and Clothing, but then when I actually decided to start the business, I attended the Consell Institute of Image Management, and it's run by Judith Rasband, who is a real pioneer in the image industry. She's very, very well known. I wanted to learn from a master and get a really great educational background so that I would have an objective way to tell my clients if things are working or not working versus just my subjective opinion.
Wonderful. Speaking of opinion, we tell folks we shouldn't judge a book by its cover, but you know what? That's exactly what we do. First image is everything. Is that what you're finding out there?
Definitely. There are a lot of statistics, and they're always changing in terms of what percentage people see and hear and so on. But it's really human nature to just form perceptions about other people. We can't help ourselves. Even if you say, I don't judge, it happens. It's psychological. It's built into us.
And what's hard about that is once we've put that first impression out there, it's kind of hard to turn that around.
It is hard to turn it around, definitely.
Interesting. Let me ask you, why now, more than ever before, do you think people need to look good, feel good, and have that confidence?
I think there's a lot of competition in the job market, but what I'm really finding is that so many of my clients have given to their families, have given to their career, have kind of, I won't say let themselves go, but they're just really at a time when they're finding it's time for me and I want to feel great and I know that image is important. Typically, what I find is that my clients, they know the importance of image, but it's not their thing. It's not what they have focused on, but they're ready to be that stylish woman and look great and have the confidence and put it all out there.
That has to be a fun occupation for you, watching people kind of evolve, find their own personal style, if you will.
Definitely. And personal style is extremely important to me. Just getting that connection with my clients, making sure that we are getting their style, not what I think they should be wearing. It's a two-way process.
Two-way process, a lot of communication involved, and body types, that type of thing. I think everybody wants to look good. We all want to look good in our clothes, but not everyone has the experience, expertise, and that's where you come along. Let's start off, first of all, the closet audit. What happens there?
I'm actually in the process of changing that name because I think closet audit is so scary. It's such a scary thing, but it's more of an edit. It's looking at the pieces in a client's closet and seeing what's working, what's not working before we even get into the closet, and lots of dialogue on personal style. And that personal style, that style recipe is our blueprint. For when we get in the closet, we have the blueprint to go forward with. We start looking at the pieces. Do they fit your personal style? Maybe there's a reason you're not wearing that dress. And then fit is a big thing. I find that a lot of my clients have clothes that are too big. I'll oftentimes be able to take the back of someone's jacket and put a good handful of fabric in my hand, and then it fits. Teaching her how things should fit, looking at colors, what colors really bring out her skin tone, her eyes, her hair, looking at shoes. It's a big education process too.
Talking about possibly folks have some clothes in their closet, they have the tags still on, they haven't even worn them, or they don't, or they have some great things put together, but they haven't put them together. It's kind of like going shopping without going shopping, because you're able to put some things together they probably didn't even know they had.
Definitely, and honestly, that's my favorite part of what I do, is helping my clients really extend their wardrobe. You've probably heard the little phrase, shopping in your closet. I can't even think of a client that I've had that I have not put new outfits together for her from the things that she already owns. just with a different eye. We're creatures of habit. So I've got the fresh eye coming in, and it's like, oh, yeah, I can wear it like that. I believe in cost per wear.
Now, let's say after they've gone shopping in the closet there and they found some great things they didn't even know they had, and honestly, the closet edit, because you're actually going through and taking out a few things that really shouldn't have been there in the first place, or basically they've outgrown them or something, don't want to move on with them. Now, a personal shopping experience. They want to get out there and buy some new things. How does that work?
I would say that the good majority of my clients can't stand shopping. They really can't stand shopping. It's kind of a misnomer that all women love to shop. I do the part that they don't like. I know their personal style. I've gotten to know them pretty well. We've got a really great connection going on. Personal style, I know how they like their clothes to fit. I know what they need. And then I'll go out to the stores and do the hunt, if you will. So I'll find those things, put them on hold, and then we have a specific shopping date. So I usually do what I call pre-shopping the day before or 2 days before, just depending. And then we have a date. She walks into the fitting room that's filled with clothes that are completely chosen expressly for her. And then it's a matter of just trying on and finding out what she loves.
So you really have communicated with them. You know what they like. You're not pushing your style on them. You're taking their style, telling them, looking at it, and they've really got to trust you to go out there and save them that time and money.
Definitely. It saves a lot of time, saves a lot of money. As I mentioned earlier, I really like explaining why things are working or not working so that they can feel confident that something's working, not just because Dana said so. And so I think that's a big part of it.
Wonderful. Like you said, a lot of the women there feel good about themselves, turning the attention on themselves. But honestly, in the corporate world, if you look good, you're confident, that affects the bottom line.
I believe that what you said is true, but also there's kind of that adage, fake it till you make it. So someone's new in a new position, or maybe she just wants to recreate herself in a position where she, it's a different dress code or a different style at the new job. There's lots of different reasons there.
How creative of an occupation. I mean, it's got to be fun because of the fact that no two clients are alike. You are custom designing for folks, putting them in something they want to be put in.
I mean, I've got the kind of basics on my website, but I've thought about that often. No two clients have been exactly the same. There's a process, but every experience is completely different.
Well, speaking of the website, folks, if you take a look at the bottom of the screen right there, you're going to see her website. What you're going to find on there is a lot of the testimonials, clients that she has had that she has basically helped them through their wardrobe. Also, you can keep in touch as far as a monthly tip, and that's sign up right there with the email, and she will send you a monthly tip that she's got out there for you as well. The Facebook is something, and the Twitter is something else that she keeps involved. A lot of blogs and posts and tips you have out there for folks, which I think is wonderful. Now, you've gotten these great outfits, the closet's filled, you're feeling good about yourself, but you know what? Fashion is not stagnant. It does not stay in place. So how important is a seasonal update?
I find that one season's not enough because we work one season at a time. My clients don't want to be trying on summer clothes in the winter and winter clothes in the summer, so we do it twice a year. And one of my big aims with my clients is to get some really great basics so that they're not completely replacing their wardrobes every year, but definitely some seasonal updates, adding new things in. Maybe she's seen something on a friend that she really likes, just freshening things up, getting a little bit of a twist, maybe some new accessories, that kind of a thing.
Wonderful. And obviously a lot of the women you meet out there are sometimes in your speaking engagements, but now are you still enjoying speaking to small women's groups, and how do women get a hold of you?
I speak to a lot of women's groups. Sometimes there'll be one or two men thrown in there too, and I do work with men, but mostly women is my specialty. I also offer a free 45-minute consultation so that we can really find out, if my services are right for the client, so she can kind of get to know me a little bit, so it's not just like, a stranger's coming to my home. So we do that kind of a meeting. When I do the speaking engagements, definitely I put that out there and have lots of information. But my website has a contact form, phone number. I'm very, very accessible.
Very accessible, folks, and not only accessible, but she's going to help you put your wardrobe together, and I'm sure it doesn't stop at the clothes. You love accessories as well.
Oh, definitely. And I have found that a lot of my clients in the beginning don't have a lot of accessories, and so we just kind of grow that little accessory wardrobe. Scarves are very big right now. It's a great way to change the outfit. So accessories are a really good way to change a look completely without buying a whole new outfit.
Wonderful. Once again, folks, take a look at the bottom of the screen. The website is right there. That is Elements of Image, basically helping you develop your personal style out there and take years of experience. Somebody who just had a passion for clothing, took it to a whole new level, and now she has clients all over Denver that quite honestly trust her to go out there and put them in the best possible outfit that they can find. Let me ask you, if somebody out there has never had a personal consultant before like this, wardrobe consultant, what would you tell them?
I would say that I think that a lot of times maybe the thought of it can be a little bit intimidating and a little bit scary, but I'm not a scary or intimidating person. At least I don't think I am. And I really like to have a lot of fun with my clients. I mean, sure, image is important and we love our wardrobes, but we have some fun along the way too. So I think that's an important factor of it.
It definitely comes natural to her. She touched me up before we even came on the set here. This is Gary Atencia with CNTV. And if you don't know, now you know.